Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, Books, Girls, and Purrs. My name's Leslie, and that's Tariel. That's right behind me. Um, Give me 1 second. My other screen is an issue. There it goes. Okay, we're good to go. All right. So AMC Plus just came out with another trailer for Interview with the Vampire. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and watch it once with you, and then we're gonna have a spoiler chat, and I'll put the spoiler little banner when we start breaking down this trailer. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my lights, which means you probably won't be able to see me, maybe. And let's do this. 1 second. Oh yeah, you totally can't see me. That's not. I can see my cat.
It is how it happened. I didn't think it at the time. But, yeah.
May I make an observation?
He lost control of the interview.
Yes.
He's skilled.
He wants you in pieces for the privilege of putting them back together as he sees fit.
It's his job.
It's his drug. He's reveling in it. You should end it.
Session 10, the Vampire Louis and the Vampire Armand.
You have our attention. Are you two going to finish each other's sentences for the whole session? We've been together 77 years, Daniel. Should we let the math of that settle?
Say something, your Claudia.
Spark in the dark. I want to say something to you. Our life is shit. It's been shit. It is shit. It's gonna be shit again. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. A shit life beats no life. And where we're going now, can't be running away again. We're gonna find others like us. We can't be the only good ones out there.
Welcome! We here at Théâtre des Vampires delve into the underbelly of the human soul. We do horror shows so we can eat people!
There is no scripting Lestat. You cannot script a hurricane.
Let me guess, he's your companion finally. Picked another one over me!
Paris sucks.
That's not the point she was making.
Fuck these vampires.
I want to get out alive. You fear Armand. You should fear the other one.
You're not here, I'm just fucked in the head.
You're stronger.
I am.
Harder too. But you gotta give up something to get something.
You and me. Me and you. You and me. Me and you. You and me.
I mean, you don't understand the meaning of your own story!
I failed Louis once in my life. It wasn't in San Francisco. I was in love.
You buy that?
Fuck to hell with you!
Pieces of my life gone. I knew who I was without those pieces.
Memories just keep bubbling up.
I want this to remember.
Oh, what? What a trailer. Oh my goodness. There is so much that they're giving us. This is grainy just because I have the lights on. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put the spoiler banner up. This stay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do what I usually do. I'm going to play it again. And just let's just talk through this, what we're seeing. I love this. Man, they had a shorter tease that I felt like was so revealing, and now this is so much more than I ever thought they would give us as far as just content before the show comes out. And I feel like all of us book fans are really getting a treat. So I love this adaptation so much. So let's check it out again.
It is how it happened.
All right. So no, I'm assuming this is after. I mean, I said it before. I'll say it again. This is all spoiler talk. This is gonna be after Louis loses Claudia. After everyone, he seeks his revenge, basically.
I didn't think it at the time. But, yeah.
May I make an observation?
Lost control of the interview.
Yes.
He's skilled.
He wants you in pieces for the privilege of putting them back together as he sees fit.
It's his job.
It's
What do you think? Okay, so the way that they're playing this trailer, I don't even understand why Armand is, how do I say this, letting this interview happen, and even with this conversation between, we hear the overlay of Louis and Armand's voice. Is he saying this to protect Louis, or is he being manipulative because he's actually trying to protect Daniel?
his drug. He's reveling in it. You should end it.
Session 10, the vampire Louis and the vampire Armand.
You have our attention. Are you two going to finish each other's sentences for the whole session? We've been together 77 years, Daniel.
All right, I want to hold on to something. Okay, the fact that they're at a theater looking at each other. I'm sorry, my daughter's playing viola in the background.
Finish each other's sentences for the whole session?
Because later on in this trailer, I noticed there's like a glimmer of someone. So I think someone's watching them, but I'll remind you when we get there.
We've been together 77 years, Daniel. Should we let the math of that settle?
The actor that plays Armand is so handsome.
She's something, your Claudia.
Is this okay? So in one of the other trailers, we see Louis open a box. I'm assuming it's the same one. Maybe it's like a cigar box or something. I don't know. Or maybe a box of paints, right? I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there.
Spark in the dark. I want to say something to you.
What is she wearing here? So based on the clothes alone, I'm assuming this is like early on when Louis and Claudia aren't even at Paris yet. They're traveling through Europe. Probably before the Revenants. I don't know.
I want to say something to you. Our life is shit. It's been shit. It is shit.
All right, there's photographs in the background. I'm just kind of looking at the scenery.
Shit. It is shit. It's gonna be shit again.
Ooh, Claudia, tearing up the photograph.
Stop feeling sorry for yourself. The shit life beats no life.
I still also think this is before. This is still early on before they hit Paris.
Where we're going now, can't be running away again. We're gonna find.
All right, here's the question. How do you think that it's going to play on the show? Because in the book, Louis bumps into Santiago early on, and I'm wondering if that's what we're seeing here. Or is that not going to happen? And instead, he's just going to see him on stage at the theater. Because we did get that wink, I think, in the previous trailer from Santiago.
Others like us. Us. We can't.
All right, I can't say the same as life, but what do you think this is? I can't see.
Be the only good one
All right, that's one of those old vampires that they meet early on.
out there.
All right, this is what I was talking about earlier, how we see Louis and Armand watching a movie, and we just get like a close frame up of them. I think this is from that same scene, and that this is one of the other vampires from the theater. I'm assuming that sees that they have a rapport together outside of the coven, right? But the theater troupe. I don't know. It's just a thought.
We here at Teatro de Vampire delve in.
Can we just say how much I love that? Here's Santiago. Oh, you know what? I bet this is. I know that it was in the movie, the 90s movie. I don't remember it from the books. It's just been too long. But there is that scene where a theater goer gets up and says, "Take me." And I wonder if that's this moment. If Santiago goes and grabs someone from the crowd with the ropes that he doesn't need because he could fly on his own. I don't know. I'm just probably wrong.
Into the underbelly of.
Or is that him on a motorcycle? Am I totally wrong? He's on a. Oh, maybe he's on a motorcycle. Oh, nope. Totally wrong. I think he's on a motorcycle. I just can't really see. I could dream.
Delve into the underbelly.
I am loving this so much. I'm loving. Death comes to us all, I suppose.
Of the human soul.
I'm assuming this is right before Armand comes out and says no pain type of thing.
We do horror shows so we can eat people.
All right. For a second, I thought this was Armand, but now I think I'm wrong. I think this is a silhouette of Lestat. And I'm assuming this must be from the past and he, like, maybe he's leaving. I don't know. But this is clearly like from the theater.
Lestat.
Uh-oh.
Lestat.
All right, so there's trouble in paradise. The windows are covered up. Armand doesn't need that, but Louis does. I'm going to say this is in San Francisco, right? And that the relationship is on the rocks. And because of who? Lestat. This blonde, we call it Brett Prince. This is a little bit blurred out, so I can't tell. Do you know what this is from? Oh, it's gonna be so quick.
There was no scripting Lestat. There was no scripting Lestat. There was no script.
We get the fangs. Very cool, very cool. All right, when you think this moment's happening in anger, you see, I know they're playing with memory. So when this happens, is this moment real, or is it because maybe because Armand and Louis are telling their narrative, they're kind of arguing over what happened, and that's why we see him go backwards. So I'm wondering, is it really happening? Is Lestat going backwards because Armand's like pushing him with his mind, or is it a narrative thing?
Scripting Lestat.
But also I see. Love the outfit. So handsome.
Lestat.
Oh my God, you know what? Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. No, this is even more in the past, right? Because look at the way that the hair is done. Okay, I think this is a real squabble here because they're wearing those wigs. I don't know who this is, but they're definitely wearing a wig. I'm assuming. Gosh, it's been so long. Oh, so this is real. This is like before, yeah, this is like the first, around their first time together. I'll say that. Oh my God, gorgeous.
You cannot script a
All right, and we see Armand is here. I can't see. Oh, we see that Armand's here. So maybe, do you think this is, you know what, I mean, guess, but he's definitely watching it with admiration.
hurricane.
All right, I'm glad we got to this. If anybody has any comments, go ahead. I'm just going to keep ripping. Okay, I saw this very quickly the first time we watched this. Do you think that they're going to be on trial, but it's going to be like this? Like, because Lestat loves an audience. So do you think what's really going to happen is, I mean, if you look at this, Claudia is wearing a yellow dress, and that's the person that they changed, right? Madeline. And there's Louis. This guy is dressed like what do you call it? I don't know the term. The train conductor dude that Lestat murdered. Isn't he dressed up the same way? And that what Lestat ended up putting himself in, kind of like. And then it's hard to see, but this looks like. Am I wrong? Oh no, maybe that's just a couch. I thought that was luggage. But if you look at what they're wearing behind, they look like they're in a courthouse. So I think that the trial for Claudia, Louis, and Madeline is going to be public. Yeah, they're going to put it on like it's a performance, but it's really, they don't know that it's not. That's what I think. Oh, it's so hard to see what's in there. That's going to be horrifying. Claudia, in your yellow dress. We love you. The actor that plays Armand, I mean, must have been so thrilling. Can we just say that? Oh, to be so close to Sam Reed, right? That's the actor's name. I'm just looking at the surroundings for a time period.
Honey, yes, he's your companion finally. Picked another one over me.
Oh, that actress is incredible.
Sucks.
That's not the point she was making.
Fuck these vampires.
I want to get out alive. You fear Armand. You should fear the other.
All right, here's my question. I need all the fans of this show and the books, I should say, and the books to tell me because I don't know the answer. Do you think Daniel's just talking to a colleague that he feels comfortable confiding in him that he will believe him? Or do you think this is the character? I can't think of the names right now. I should have pulled it up before I started this. Do you think it's the guy from the Talamasca that Anne Rice used later to write the books, right? So we start off with Daniel and then it switches to the guy from the Talamasca. Because he's clearly telling him, and the guy believes him, and he's actually warning him. So this is clearly someone that knows more than Daniel. Or the only other person I could think of is like, no, I don't think so. I think I'm wrong.
Other one.
Let's watch it again.
I want to get out alive. You fear.
Where do you think they are? Come on. Sorry, I have to back it up just a little bit.
That's not the point she was making.
Fuck these vampires.
I want to get out alive.
Where are they? And it cuts back to the.
You fear Armand. You should.
I don't know where they're at. I don't know. But he's meeting up with somebody. And I looked up at IMDb and I couldn't see a list of like the new actors in here.
Fear the other one.
You're not here, I'm just fucked in the head.
I can't tell who's with him in the foreground. And also, I'm not sure if this is a real moment or if this is in Louis' head. I cannot wait to see this actor play the younger Daniel. I thought he was already incredible casting, just the little bit we got of him in the first season. All right, here we go. Here we go. Because we could see that the windows are still covered with paper, like earlier when Armand was saying Lestat, 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 and getting into it with Louis. So yeah, that's the same. This is all in San Francisco. There goes the tape. I can't remember what's when. Do you think this is after what happens with Claudia and Madeline?
You're stronger. You're stronger. Harder too. But you gotta give up something to get something.
All right, I feel like that's symbolic of two things. And by the way, the dialogue on the show is incredible. We already know that from the first season, but they're hitting it so hard this season. Give up something to get something. So yeah, she is talking about if Louis wants Armand, Claudia also needs a companion, which means she also needs to let go. I mean, Louis needs to let go of Claudia, but also he has to lose that other part of his humanity, right? Because he hasn't let go. He hasn't made any. Has he made? No, he hasn't made anyone else a vampire. So this is where he loses that little bit left of his humanity, right? With Madeline, with making her into a vampire, and also unbeknownst to Claudia, but you know, the writers know that ultimately, as she's saying this is true for everything that Louis loses, right, in order to have Armand. That's what I'm thinking.
Shoot me.
I wonder if this is going to be one of those memory moments where we're seeing his character say this, but in actuality, this moment is happening in the memory, and it's really about maybe Armand letting him see the rest of his memories and seeing what happens to her, like whatever he was unwilling to see in this moment. That it's like a dual dialogue thing, once again.
Me?
In the dark.
And you? You and me.
I still don't have a lot to say about this because I still can't tell where they're at. I wonder if this is underneath the theater where they're facing, maybe Claudia and Madeline are facing him. I don't know.
You and me.
Just wondering who's in the background.
Me and you. You and me.
I mean, you don't understand the meaning of your own story.
Oh my god. Yeah, I guarantee this is where he loses Madeline and Claudia. And I'm assuming this is going to be Armand being somewhere else, but knowing exactly what's going on the whole time.
I failed Louis once in.
I love this actor. Oh, Jacob Anderson.
I failed Louis.
I think this is when he comes back and enacts his revenge. That's what I think's going on here. Because he has a trench coat on. I'm sure he has something with him to go chop chop on some people. I think that's what's going on here.
Once in my life, it wasn't in San.
Oh, it's so hard to stop.
In my life, it.
All right, that looks like it's kind of hard for me to see, so I could be wrong. It looks like the back of the head of Santiago, maybe, and like he's carrying something. That's what I think's going on.
Wasn't in San Francisco.
These two are going to be dynamite this season. Oh my God, this is so hard. Do you think this is also another moment where Louis is manifesting Lestat in his mind through guilt? Or do you think this is later, like towards the end of the season, and the truth is out of the bag, and Lestat and Louis are confronting Armand about how culpable he was and what happened? I don't know. There's so many things. Also, let's go back to that. This looks terrible. You know what this looks like? This looks like they're torturing Madeline. So what else could that be? It's really hard to see. Oh my God, this is gonna be stressful. Oh my God. It looks like someone has clamps on her. Do you think they're gonna like, can I say this? You know how like you find out later, and I think the vampire Armand, how Armand was it? I think it's the vampire Armand, where Armand was involved in like Frank and Claudia. Do you think Madeline becomes a part of that narrative? I'm just wondering. There's Daniel. Oh, Daniel. If you only knew what you're gonna be up against. Here's my question. What is this? Because this looks like this is Lestat. I think this is Armand. And maybe this is Louis. Oh my God. I'll start crying. Do you think that this scene and the other scene we got earlier where Louis and Lestat are sitting next to each other and Lestat goes, ha, at Armand, do you think it's related to this? That they're facing maybe some things that he has left over from Claudia?
I was in love.
Like a yellow dress.
You buy that?
Great actor. I think that, yeah, this is a completely separate scene. This must be a cut from the scene before that we saw where Armand mentally pushes back Lestat. I think that's that same one, right? He's running towards him, he screams at him, and then he goes backwards. Because he has a coat, but he looks like he's wearing that red thing underneath, or whatever. Yeah. So hard. Hold on. Let me turn off that sound for a second. Yeah. All right. A while ago, I saw this scene and I thought that these were curtains, but now I think this is wood. Oh my God. I think I figured more out now. I think this is like we're at the theater on the stage looking down. Because I was looking at like there's a lamp here, there's a sewing thingy here. I think this must be underneath where everyone has their what do you call it? Not cubicles, but everyone has a dressing room. Their vanity dressers and stuff. I think that's what it is. And I didn't realize before until now the way everything's situated. Like this is someone's, there's like a little partition. So I think this is from the theater. And this must be like where they dump the bodies temporarily until the show's over. There's an old vampire again. We already know this part. I'm assuming it's like so hard to see. Is this Claudia? Or one of the, I think, they're wearing something. I can't even see. Oh, okay. So this is Lestat and I cannot tell. That's not Armand, is it? I cannot tell. I cannot tell to save my life because of the lighting. I can't tell who it is, but he's ready to smooch someone. I can't tell. Do you think we're going to get a story about Nicholas or no? Yeah, it was really hard to see. This is blurred out, so I can't tell. I mean, the focal point is on Armand, so I don't know if this is really still going to be a blurred or going to be able to see it better. But I can't assume that this is Daniel. It might be Louis. Is it sometime after this when Armand decides to protect Louis' memory? Because that's another consideration, is when did that take place? When did that start happening?
Gone. I mean,
Also, who do you think this is? The mystery continues. I don't know who it is.
who I was.
Oh, Daniel, you're in for it. His cheeks are red. I'm assuming he's scared of Louis. It still looks like it's an apartment.
Stop those basements.
Oh, Armand, you're so handsome. Okay. You know what? I was wrong earlier. There's an earlier scene, another clip of Louis walking, and someone's walking towards him. You don't know who. I assume that might be a moment with, like, the first time he bumps into Santiago, but clearly I'm wrong. Or maybe it is the same scene. Maybe he saw Santiago first, and this is him seeing the vampire Armand right after, and then he gets invited to the theater. That might be it. Gosh, he looks so good here. Okay, Armand, Louis, Claudia. I'm guessing this is Madeline. Do you think this is before she changes? Like maybe they're celebrating before? Santiago. I love this for him. I love this for Santiago. I love this actor. I could just stare at him all day. All right, I have questions. Okay, so my assumption was this is actually in Dubai, but now I'm thinking this is back in Paris when Louis is still like developing film, because I realized that this stuff is here. Like maybe this is like in the room, photographs hanging, and this is just like the outside. I don't know. I'm guessing here, but this could also be in Dubai. I don't know. You tell me. Also, this is depressing because I think Claudia is wearing the yellow dress here. And it looks like she has her hand out. So here's a question. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think I'm trying to think about this. Is this like supposed to be okay, I'll just spit it out. At the end of the season, how do you think they're going to handle Louis? Louis isn't happy for so many of the books, and he just doesn't want to be here on Earth anymore. And by the time the book, I think it's Merrick, comes along, he does try to like leave this earth. Do you think that's how they're going to wrap up his character in the second season? Do you think that he's going to, I don't know, jump off the building, go into the sun, and be happy that he's finally released and able to be with Claudia? Because this could easily be that moment where he returns back to Claudia. But she is in a yellow dress here, so. Oh. This season is going to make me cry. This is Lestat and Louis embracing. So I wonder if this is after they lose Claudia and like they just like embrace each other in like mourning their daughter. That's how I feel like this probably is. I'm backing it up a little bit. Who do you think does this? Do you think that this is Armand being upset, or do you think this is Louis being upset? Because all those books are above, right? And they're coming crashing down. I think this is going to be towards the end of the season. I don't know. I love this, by the way. You know what I realized? I think this is okay, because this lady looks familiar. I think this is a lady from the theater group. Oh yeah. And the guy has long hair, like the. Okay. So this is his theater group that he's Armand's controlling them because their glasses have blood, and I'm assuming not wine. Because I couldn't figure out that earlier. But I also don't understand this moment because someone's grabbing his tongue. Do you think this is the beginning of Louis' revenge? And that this is Louis' hand grabbing Santiago's tongue? Ooh. Oh, Lord. I don't know if I can handle this.
Memories just keep bubbling up.
I want this.
That actor, the tremble in his voice.
To remember.
And he cries. Oh my God. I wonder if this is like the one time he cries in the show. The blood tear. Oh my God. Don't make me cry.
To remember.
Incredible. Is that everything? Oh, this show is going to tear me up. All right, give me 1 second. No, there's too much light. Jeez Louise. All right, in the meantime, my cat's been fast asleep. All right, everyone, let me know what you think. There's so much to say about the second season. I just love, like, we already know we're not just getting the first book. We're getting a combination, little bits and pieces of everything. How do you think the second season's going to end? I don't want anything to happen to Daniel. I don't want anything to happen to Louis, but I wonder if they're pushing forward what happens with him later in the books to the end of season. 2, I hope not. And then how do you think they're going to introduce Lestat if Daniel survives this? I don't know. There's a lot to think about. I'm going to go deep diving and see if there's anything else out there. Probably via the gram. And see what else. Let me know what you think. I'm up for the conversation. My whole schedule is so backed up in terms of like what I planned on reading, and I can't back it up anymore. What I wanted to do was read it's already March. I wanted to read a couple of books a month all over again of the Vampire Chronicles just to refresh my memory and, just be able to have those kind of conversations with you. But I can't push back my book schedule, my reading schedule anymore. So we'll see. Maybe as a show is on, I'll start reading simultaneously and make a vlog about it. I haven't decided. But if you're watching this, thank you for being here. It's been so nice just to share these moments with all of you because I love this show. I love the books. I love the show's interpretation. And I just need to be able to really just share in those moments. All right, I'll stop being cheesy. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you the next time AMC Plus feeds us. Bye, everyone.